There is a moment when a subtle electric thrill courses through you, an energetic ripple that has no obvious source yet feels more real than anything you've ever known. You might be sitting at your kitchen table, staring out at a gray sky, yet inside you there is a spark of light, a gentle excitement that refuses to be ignored. This sensation is not mere daydreaming or fanciful hope. It is the first tangible proof that your deepest desire, the lottery win you long for, is already stirring into existence within the vast landscape of your subconscious mind. Imagine that your subconscious is like a great fertile field, waiting to be sown with a single perfectly chosen seed. That seed is your feeling of joy, pure, unshakable joy, as though you have already held the winning ticket and watched the announcer read your numbers. When that burst of happiness wells up unexpectedly, perhaps as you walk down a crowded street or while you scrub dishes in the evening, it is the seed being planted. The subconscious, ever receptive to feeling, recognizes this emotional impression as truth and begins to sprout circumstances in harmony with it. You may wonder, but why does this excitement come without warning? Why now? The answer lies in a deeper intelligence within you, one that is always at work behind the scenes, guiding your life toward what you truly believe is possible. Your conscious mind often doubts, calculates, and hesitates, but the subconscious does not question. It accepts without judgment whatever feeling you impress upon it. So when you allow yourself to fully feel that spontaneous thrill of victory, without analysis or restraint, you awaken the power that shapes reality from the inside out. To recognize this sign and harness it, start by paying close attention to the gentle tug of emotion. The next time you feel that spark, pause and ask yourself, what is this reminding me of? It may take a moment to identify that beneath the excitement lies the specific scene of triumph you've been cultivating in your imagination. Perhaps you visualize checking your numbers with trembling hands, seeing the matching digits and gasping with joy. That vivid mental picture, reinforced by genuine feeling, leaves an indelible mark on your subconscious canvas. Once you've acknowledged the origin of your excitement, nurture it. Instead of brushing it off as wishful thinking, lean into it. Close your eyes and replay the scene in more detail. The shimmering graphics on the lottery screen, the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in with exhilaration, the scent of champagne filling the air. Talk to yourself in a gentle, encouraging tone. This is real. I am worthy of this win. I accept this joy right now. Each affirmation, seasoned with feeling, is like watering your seed so it may flourish. As you cultivate this practice, you notice that the initial thrill grows stronger and more frequent. It will show up when you least expect it, during routine tasks, in quiet moments before sleep, or even in dreams that feel palpable. These are not random daydreams. They are the subconscious mind communicating back to you saying, yes, I am moving on your behalf. I am setting in motion the events that will make this feeling your reality. At times you may experience disbelief. This can't be happening. I haven't won yet. But that doubt is simply a call to return to the feeling state. Remember, the subconscious hears only emotion, not logic. If you catch yourself slipping into analysis, wondering about the odds, worrying about other people's opinions, pause. Place your hand over your heart, breathe deeply, and resurrect the joyous sensation from before. Let your heart do the thinking, not your mind. This process transforms your relationship with desire. Rather than viewing your lottery win as a distant hope contingent upon luck and probability, you begin to see it as an inevitable outcome of your consistent inner state. You become less concerned with external signs and more attuned to the internal signposts, the ebbs and flows of emotion that guide you toward your goal. Over time, as you refine your ability to detect and amplify these subtle thrills, you notice tangible shifts in your external world. Perhaps you'll feel drawn to buy a ticket at just the right moment, or you receive a tip about an upcoming draw that feels too coincidental to ignore. These aren't mere coincidences. They are the subconscious sculpting circumstances around you to match the vibrant feeling you've embraced. It is essential, however, to maintain a playful attitude. Treat the unfolding of your desire like a dance rather than a high-stakes drama. Celebrate each flutter of excitement as a victory in itself, regardless of external outcomes. This lightness keeps resistance at bay and allows the natural momentum of your subconscious to carry you forward effortlessly. In sharing your inner thrill with those you trust, you also amplify its power. Speak of your excitement, not with bragging or attachment, but with sincere delight. I've been feeling this incredible rush, as though I've already won. It's like my heart is humming a joyful tune. When you vocalize the feeling, you reinforce it within yourself and invite others to mirror that positive frequency back to you. Ultimately, this capacity to sense and nurture your unexplained excitement is the cornerstone of every successful manifestation. It is the unmistakable indicator that your subconscious has received your intention and is answering with fertile creative energy. Embrace this sign, steward it with care, and watch as the world outside begins to reflect the vivid reality you dare to feel within. Pay attention to the small wonders unfolding around you, those inexplicable moments when the same number seems to jump out again and again, on digital clocks flashing 11:11 in the quiet hours, on grocery receipts totaling exactly your birth date, on license plates passing by as you drive. These are not random quirks of chance, but tender invitations from your own subconscious, whispering the precise combination that will unlock the door to your lottery victory. When you begin to see these coincidences as the universe's gentle tap on your shoulder, you step into an ongoing conversation with the creative force within you. Imagine walking through your day as though wearing a pair of magical spectacles that highlight the hidden patterns weaving through your experience. One morning you glance at the time and see 7:22. The exact numbers you felt drawn to in last night's visualization. Later, you glance at a friend's phone and catch 7:22 again. You pause, heart skipping, and realize you are being guided. This recurring signal is not mere happenstance. It is your own internal compass, aligning the external world with your heartfelt intention. The subconscious behind it all is moving pieces into position, orchestrating circumstances behind the scenes. As you cultivate awareness of these signposts, you'll develop a delightful curiosity. What number will appear next? You'll begin to regard every receipt total, every street sign, every page number in a book as a potential clue. In doing so, you shift from passive longing to active participation in your manifestation process. Rather than waiting for the lottery announcer to shout your name, you become a co-creator, gathering the puzzle pieces that point unmistakably to your moment of triumph. To harness this phenomenon, practice a simple ritual. Whenever you notice a repeating number, stop for a breath and say quietly to yourself, "Thank you for this guidance." Feel genuine appreciation, as though you've just received a loving message. By responding with gratitude, you light up the neural pathways between your conscious mind and your subconscious, reinforcing the idea that you welcome these clues and understand their significance. Keep a small notebook or digital note by your side to record each occurrence. Jot down the number, the time, the place, and the feeling you experienced. Over days and weeks, you'll see a clear pattern emerge, a constellation of numbers pointing toward your win. This record isn't about superstition. It's a practical tool to strengthen your focus. As you review these notes, you confirm to yourself that the world you perceive reflects the world you imagine. Your repeated attention transforms a fleeting coincidence into undeniable proof of your inner power at work. When doubts arise, maybe I'm imagining this, you might think, return to the evidence you've gathered. Let your notebook speak for you. Notice how that pattern persisted even when your conscious mind was preoccupied. Recognize that these signs surface independently of your rational analysis. They came unbidden to catch your attention. This realization dissolves skepticism and invites you to trust more deeply in the mechanism you've set in motion. As you grow more confident in reading these signposts, allow yourself moments of playful experimentation. Consciously choose a number to watch for, perhaps the sum of your lucky digits, and spend an afternoon scanning your surroundings for it. Turn mundane errands into a treasure hunt. When the number appears, celebrate it like finding a hidden gem. This playful engagement stirs your emotional waters, infusing the process with delight and keeping resistance far away. Through this practice, you begin to understand that your imagination and your subconscious collaborate through symbols. Numbers are simply one set of symbols. They carry meaning solely because you assign it. When you choose to see them as messages, you infuse them with purpose. Your subconscious, hungry to serve your heartfelt passion, orchestrates events that align with these symbols, drawing you ever closer to that jackpot moment you've envisioned. Soon, you'll notice that coincidences extend beyond numbers. You might overhear a stranger mention your city's lottery draw, stumble upon an article about recent winners, or even sense a strong urge to buy a ticket at an unusual hour. Each of these chance occurrences is another brushstroke on the canvas of your desire. By honoring each one as a sign, you weave a tapestry of evidence that supports your unwavering belief in victory. Educators of the inner life often speak of this interplay between symbol and psyche, but here you are living the lesson. You are the student and the teacher. As you sharpen your awareness of these gentle nods, you step into a state of continual expectancy where every coincidence fuels your conviction rather than your doubt. You cease to view your desire as distant and instead accept it as an unfolding reality that greets you in every detail of your day. This practice also deepens your appreciation for the subtle intelligence that governs your life. You learn that reality is not fixed but malleable, shaped by the attention you pay to particular patterns. By choosing to attend to these numerical cues, you signal your readiness to receive more, to step through the threshold from imagination into manifestation. You become an active participant in the divine art of creation rather than a passive observer. Over time, this heightened sensitivity to coincidence becomes second nature. You no longer stare in disbelief when the same number crops up again. Instead, you smile, knowing that your inner world is being mirrored outside. You carry an unshakable trust that these breadcrumbs will lead you exactly where you desire to go. This trust is the fuel that powers your manifestation engine, turning what once seemed improbable into a day-to-day certainty. Embrace this journey of discovery with a light heart. Celebrate each synchronistic moment as a friend waving you forward. Share your experiences with kindred spirits, perhaps in a journal entry or a conversation with someone who understands the language of inner guidance. Speaking these stories aloud reinforces their reality and spreads the joyful awareness that we are all conduits for a grand creative design. As you master the art of noticing and interpreting these gentle signs, you draw ever closer to the moment when your lottery win steps out of the realm of possibility into the realm of fact. Each number, each coincidence, each act of gratitude is a note in the symphony of your success, a melody composed by your own unwavering belief. Let the music carry you, and before long you will see that the universe's gentle nods have been guiding you all along to the winning numbers that await your triumphant claim. Each morning, before the bustle of the day sweeps you away, take a moment in stillness to embrace the sensation of having already won. As you awaken, resist the urge to reach first for your phone or to rush toward tasks. Instead, lie quietly with eyes closed and imagine yourself in the very instant of triumph. The creased lottery ticket in your hand, your name printed in bold alongside the winning numbers, your chest rising and falling with the profound relief and joy of that revelation. Feel the warmth of celebration coursing through your veins, the swell of gratitude that fills every fiber of your being. In this sacred pause, you are planting the seed of your desire into the fertile soil of your subconscious. When you consciously choose to dwell in the fulfilled state, even for just a few breaths, you communicate a clear directive to the deeper mind. This is real. I accept it now. The subconscious accepts emotion as fact, without reservation. By beginning each day in this way, you cultivate an inner landscape that mirrors your ultimate goal, erasing the boundary between imagination and reality. To deepen this practice, enrich your visualization with as many sensory details as possible. Sense the crisp paper of the lottery ticket between your fingers. Hear the soft rustle of celebratory confetti drifting through the air. Taste the sweetness of triumph lingering on your tongue. Let the image grow more vivid with each inhale, and let your exhale carry away any doubt or tension. Speak softly to yourself, I am the winner. I hold my victory now. These simple affirmations, laden with feeling, become anchors that keep you rooted in the state of fulfillment. As the dawn light filters through your window, imagine it illuminating not just your room, but the entire reality you have summoned. See your phone alert you to the official results. Observe the blinking numbers matching yours exactly, and hear your own voice exclaiming joyfully. Allow laughter to bubble up naturally, as though you are sharing a private joke with the universe. In these moments of emotional immersion, you are not pretending. You are rehearsing the truth that is already unfolding beyond the veil of the five senses. Consistency is the key that unlocks this door. Make this morning ritual non-negotiable. Whether you rise early or catch a few extra minutes before the alarm sound, honor the practice without compromise. Over days and weeks, you will notice a subtle but unmistakable shift. Your mood upon waking becomes lighter, your mind more attuned to opportunities, and your heart more open to receiving. This regular reinforcement embeds your desire into the very fabric of your being. To support your inner work with outer structure, keep a small journal by your bedside. After each visualization, jot down a single line describing how you felt in that moment of victory. My heart swelled with joy as I saw the matching numbers, or I laughed freely, knowing this was my reality. These notes serve as a bridge between the emotional experience and your conscious awareness, reminding you of the potency you wield each morning. Reviewing them over time reinforces the certainty that you are living from your fulfilled desire. At times, you may awaken feeling rushed or burdened by the day's demands. If so, simply acknowledge the resistance. Breathe deeply and return to the sensation of possession for even a few seconds. Consider this your most important task of the day, a short investment that pays dividends by aligning every subsequent moment with the frequency of your win. By valuing this inner work above all else, you send a clear message that your desire is not a casual fancy, but a priority of your life. Throughout the day, carry the echo of your morning feeling with you. When you sense your focus slipping into scarcity or doubt, pause briefly, press your hand to your heart, and recall the warmth of that imagined victory. This check-in need only take a breath or two, yet it realigns you instantly with the current of fulfillment. Each adjustment recalibrates your subtlest energetic posture, ensuring that your subconscious remains unwavering in its task of orchestrating circumstances in your favor. As you persist in this disciplined yet joyful practice, you will begin to witness supportive events manifesting around you. Perhaps you'll feel an intuitive nudge to buy a ticket at a particular store or to choose numbers that have subtly hinted themselves through recurring signs. You may enjoy unexpected windfalls or conversations that point you closer to your goal. These occurrences are the natural outworkings of your inner state. They confirm that the world outside is bending to reflect the reality you have embodied. Remember, the power of this morning ritual lies not in complex strategies, but in your willingness to feel fully and to honor that feeling as your guiding star. By starting each day in the fulfillment of your desire, you set in motion a cascade of alignment that carries you closer and closer to the moment of your actual lottery win. Treat this practice with the reverence it deserves and watch as the outer world steadily transforms to match the rich, vibrant life you have claimed in your heart. There is a natural impulse to question every detail when you long for something so grand. How will the numbers align? Which store will hold the winning ticket? What steps must I take to secure my fortune? Yet this inquisitive mind, though well-meaning, unwittingly erects barriers between your present self and the reality you seek. When you dissect the process, examining probabilities and logistics, you shift attention away from the one force that truly matters, the feeling of already having achieved your desire. Instead of tracing the mechanics of manifestation on a map of ifs and buts, learn to rest in the certainty of fulfillment as though you have no need for a blueprint, only for the unwavering conviction that you are already home. Imagine a dancer who has already mastered her art. She does not rehearse each step in her mind before ascending the stage. She lives in the movements, trusting that her body knows what to do. Your imagination works in precisely the same way. The moment you anchor yourself in the end result, the jubilation of holding the winning ticket, the knowing smile on your lips, your subconscious receives an unambiguous directive to construct that reality. Any attempt to analyze how it will happen introduces doubt, dilutes your emotional energy, and confuses the very mechanism designed to follow the vibration of your belief. When you catch yourself drifting into analysis, whether calculating odds or crafting elaborate plans, pause and place your hand over your heart. Take a slow, conscious breath and bring your awareness back to the sensation of victory. Feel the rush of adrenaline, the rapid beating of your heart, the soft exhale of relief as you whisper, internally or aloud, "This is already done." By consistently returning to this emotional anchor, you remind both your conscious and subconscious minds that evidence from the five senses is secondary to the truth you hold within. This practice streamlines the creative process, allowing your desire to emerge naturally without resisting forces. Consider how a sculptor approaches a block of marble. She does not question how the statue will form with each gentle tap of her chisel. She envisions the finished work and allows her hands to respond accordingly. In your case, the finished work is the scene of your lottery triumph, and your imagination is the sculptor's chisel. Dwell deeply in the completed picture, embracing every sensory detail and emotional nuance. Trust that the creative intelligence housed within your subconscious understands the precise sequence of events needed to bring that vision to life. Your responsibility is simply to maintain the inner state of completion, free from mental negotiation. When you resist the pull of analysis, you also break free from external pressures. Friends or family may offer advice, warning you against daydreaming or labeling your faith as naive. In those moments, let your inner certainty serve as your strongest ally. Remind yourself that the world you inhabit is an echo of your dominant thoughts and feelings. If your energy is captivated by concern over what if it doesn't work, you effectively broadcast a frequency of lack. Instead, broadcast a frequency of absolute assurance. I am already in possession of my winnings. Let these words become your personal mantra, whispered whenever rational doubt barges in. Over time, as you deepen this practice of non-analysis, you will notice productive ideas and inspirations arising spontaneously, as though gifted by an unseen hand. These intuitive nudges are the byproduct of your subconscious intelligently mapping out the path for you. They will feel effortless and timely, arriving without fanfare or anxious questioning. When that happens, accept them gratefully and act decisively, but without pausing to interrogate their origin. You are not choosing between multiple hows. You are simply aligning with the most fluid expression of your fulfilled desire. During this process, it helps to cultivate a sense of playful curiosity rather than tense expectation. Imagine yourself as an explorer on a grand voyage, unfazed by the twists in the map, relying instead on a profound inner knowing that the destination awaits. Celebrate each spark of insight as a friendly messenger from your deeper self, guiding you ever closer to your prize. This light-hearted stance prevents resistance from creeping in, keeping your emotional landscape fertile and receptive to the unfolding of miracles. If thoughts arise that focus on lack, what if I never win? Or maybe I'm fooling myself, acknowledge them without judgment. Let them float through your awareness like clouds across the sky, and then return to your chosen state of confidence. You are not engaged in a debate with doubt. You are simply reaffirming your sovereign right to feel victorious now. This seamless redirection of attention strengthens the neural pathways that support belief, converting fleeting hope into unbreakable certainty. As you practice, you may notice that the external world begins to conform more readily to your inner conviction. You might receive unexpected tips about advantageous draw dates, or stumble upon an article discussing winning strategies, signs that your subconscious is coordinating events behind the scenes. These synchronicities are not the result of your analytical mind working overtime. They are the elegant consequence of your unwavering emotional posture. By resisting the urge to micromanage the how, you open the floodgates for the universe to deliver your desire in ways more inspired and efficient than you could have devised. Ultimately, mastering the art of resting in the fulfilled state is less about denying the physical world and more about empowering your creative faculties to orchestrate it on your behalf. When you hold fast to the sensation of success, your entire being harmonizes with the reality you intend. The world around you becomes a mirror reflecting the depth of your belief. In this way, you transform the act of manifestation from a series of laborious steps into a joyful unfolding, one in which your inner certainty paves the path and invites the objective world to catch up. By choosing feeling over analysis, you step into the role of co-creator with the intelligence that shapes existence itself, and you draw your lottery win ever closer into the realm of the inevitable. Have you ever noticed how a single whisper of doubt can derail even your most vivid imaginings, leaving you stranded between desire and disillusionment? In those moments, a simple yet profound tool awaits your use: the art of revision. Imagine that every fleeting worry or hesitation is like a scratch on a polished mirror, one that distorts the reflection of your ideal self. By revisiting the inner movie of your desire and gently rewriting any scene that feels shaky, you restore clarity and strengthen the conviction that your lottery win is already on its way. Begin by identifying the precise moment when doubt creeps in. Perhaps you catch yourself thinking, what if this never happens? Or, I'm just fooling myself. See that thought as an unwanted guest in an otherwise joyous gathering and invite it to step aside. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and replay the last time you allowed pure confidence to fill your heart. Feel again the swell of elation as you held the winning ticket, as though it were pressed firmly into your palm. Notice the colors, the textures, the sense of triumphant relief radiating through every fiber of your being. Next, transport yourself to any past scenario in which you felt lack or limitation. Maybe a moment when you heard someone dismiss your dreams, or a time when a setback convinced you that abundance was out of reach. Rather than resisting or ignoring the memory, lean in with compassionate curiosity. Allow the scene to play out in your mind's eye, and then, like an artist touching up a canvas, begin to alter the details. Shift the tone of any discouraging words into encouragement. Transform the expressions of skepticism into awe. See yourself standing tall, unshaken, as you confidently receive the assurance of your own victory. As you revise, pay close attention to the emotional undercurrent. Where once fear or uncertainty stirred, cultivate instead a calm, unwavering faith. Imagine a warm glow spreading through your chest, warming any cold edges of doubt until they dissolve entirely. Speak internally with gentle authority. I choose to remember only what empowers me. I embrace the certainty that the universe is conspiring in my favor. These words, spoken with sincerity and feeling, act as a balm, soothing old wounds and reinforcing the new, triumphant storyline. This practice of revision is not a one-time event, but a moment-to-moment skill. Whenever you notice a twinge of apprehension, perhaps when the lottery numbers flash on a screen or when someone questions your beliefs, pause and apply the technique. Slip behind the scenes of your own imagination, locate the fragment of fear, and fuse it seamlessly with the feeling of fulfillment. In doing so, you transform every interruption into an opportunity to reinforce your desired reality. Over time, you'll discover that revision creates a powerful ripple effect. As you repeatedly correct misaligning scenes, your subconscious begins to accept the revised narrative as the original truth. You'll find that negative self-talk loses its grip, and that your mind becomes a sanctuary of encouragement and possibility. This shift doesn't require forced positivity. It simply restores your natural state of confidence and aligns your inner dialogue with the evidence of your imaginative success. To deepen your skill, make use of a simple written exercise. Keep a small journal dedicated to revision work. When a doubtful thought arises, write down the exact words or mental image you experienced. Then, on the facing page, craft the revised version in vivid affirmative detail. Describe how you would have preferred the scene to unfold, how your intuition guided you to choose the perfect ticket, how you felt the instant the numbers matched, how you celebrated with quiet gratitude. Reading these paired entries later serves as a potent reminder of your power to shape your inner world. Revising past scenes also frees you from the heavy weight of regret. Rather than carrying old disappointments like stones in your pocket, you learn to transmute them into tools for empowerment. Each time you rewrite a limiting memory, you reclaim that energy and redirect it toward your present goal. It is a gentle alchemy. Fear melts into faith, hesitation becomes momentum, and every what went wrong becomes a stepping stone toward what will be right. As you master this technique, notice how it influences your daily actions. You may feel more inclined to buy a ticket at the very moment your intuition suggests, or you might find yourself smiling at random street signs that echo your internal affirmations. These synchronicities arise because your revised inner world is now broadcasting a clear, unwavering frequency. The outer world naturally responds, guiding you toward opportunities that mirror the confidence you've reclaimed. Remember that compassion is key throughout this process. You are not condemning yourself for past doubts, but lovingly guiding your mind back to its highest function. Treat each revision session as an act of self-care, a way of honoring your worthiness and nurturing the fertile ground of your subconscious. With each intentional correction, you reinforce a sense of safety and trust that empowers you to dwell fully in the anticipation of your win. In essence, the art of revision equips you to maintain a clean, unbroken channel between your desire and its realization. By lovingly rewriting any moment of uncertainty into a testament of faith, you ensure that your subconscious operates as a steadfast ally rather than a saboteur. Embrace this method as a lifelong companion on your journey and watch how effortlessly your inner state paves the way for the outer manifestation of that long-awaited lottery triumph. In the hush of dawn, as the boundary between sleep and waking grows thin, your mind enters a fertile twilight where imagination and intuition blend seamlessly. This liminal state, known to psychologists as the hypnagogic phase, offers a unique opportunity. Your conscious defenses are softened, and your deeper mind stands ready to absorb the seeds of your desire. To harness this, learn to honor the moments just before you fully awaken. Instead of jolting upright at the sound of your alarm, allow yourself a few extra beats of stillness. Feel the gentle weight of your body sinking into the mattress, and let your awareness drift back into the vivid images that stirred in your dreams. With each breath, invite the essence of your winning vision to drift upward into the waking world, as though you're coaxing a hidden treasure from the depths of your mind into your conscious life. Begin by framing your last thought of the night around the sensation of triumph. As you settle into bed, recall the scene of celebration you've imagined, the crisp texture of the ticket, the rising crescendo of applause, the warm glow of victory flooding your chest. Whisper internally or aloud, "Tonight, I carry this feeling into my dreams." And let those words be your lullaby. This deliberate suggestion primes your subconscious to continue weaving the tapestry of your win while you sleep. When you wake, even if briefly, that lingering feeling acts like a beacon, guiding your mind back to the exact emotion you wish to amplify. Over time, this nightly ritual transforms your sleep into an active workshop, where your deepest longing is fashioned into reality. When you rouse from slumber, resist the pull of distraction. Instead of reaching for your phone or scanning your to-do list, lie quietly in the sacred space between dreaming and thinking. Notice any fragments of imagery or emotion that hover on the edge of consciousness. A flash of color, a snippet of dialogue, a rush of elation. These are precious clues, a direct line to the creative intelligence within you. Gently capture them by repeating the core sensation, the jubilation of holding that winning ticket, the exhale of relief as you realize the world has rewarded your faith. Allow that feeling to intensify and expand, filling your chest and radiating outward. By doing so, you claim the dream's blueprint as your own, laying a clear emotional foundation upon which your day and ultimately your manifestation can build. To solidify this bridge between sleep and waking, keep a small notebook or voice recorder by your bedside. As soon as you fully awaken, before your conscious mind scrambles for logic, open your journal or activate your recorder and capture the essence of your experience. Jot down or speak a few lines. "I saw the lottery numbers glow," or "I felt tears of joy streaming as I realized I had won." This act of recording not only preserves the vivid emotions that might otherwise fade, but also sends a powerful message to your subconscious. "I value this vision. I remember it clearly." Reviewing these entries over days and weeks fuels your belief and provides concrete evidence that your inner world is actively shaping your outer reality. Throughout the day, carry a subtle awareness of that early morning feeling. Perhaps you'll notice moments when your heart flutters unexpectedly or a smile warms your face without clear cause. Pause in those instances and recall the triumph you cultivated upon waking. Let that memory guide your posture, your tone, and your expectation. This alignment ensures that every decision you make, down to the simple act of purchasing a ticket, reflects the same conviction you experience in your dream state practice. Over time, your life begins to mirror the pattern of your imagination. Intuitive nudges, timely inspirations, and synchronistic events that conspire to bring your lottery victory ever closer. Embrace each night's practice with gratitude and gentle curiosity. If one morning you wake without any recollection, do not berate yourself. Instead, affirm that the process continues beneath the surface, unseen and unfettered. Simply resume your ritual the following evening, reminding yourself that true mastery lies in consistency, not perfection. When you sustain this rhythm, you build a deep trust in the unseen workings of your own mind. You come to understand that sleep is not a break from creation, but a vital chapter of the creative process, a realm where your most profound intentions take shape before they appear in the world of form. Ultimately, by weaving your lottery vision into the sweet limbo of sleep and supporting it with mindful recall at dawn, you activate a powerful cycle of co-creation between your conscious and subconscious minds. This practice invites your deepest longing to flow naturally into your waking experience, aligning thoughts, feelings, and actions with the thrilling reality you design. In this dance between dream and day, you become the deliberate architect of your destiny, gently guiding the unseen currents of your imagination to manifest the tangible prize you so richly deserve. Feel the warmth of that imagined victory glowing in your chest, as though you are lifting a glass high above your head, surrounded by friends and strangers alike, all raising their own glasses in silent celebration of your success. In that moment, gratitude becomes more than a polite acknowledgement. It is a vibrational beacon that broadcasts your fulfilled desire to every corner of your being. By consciously thanking the unseen forces at play, whether through whispered words, an internal salute, or a joyful exhalation, you amplify the momentum you've already set in motion, accelerating the arrival of your lottery win into tangible form. Imagine waking in the morning and before a single thought of lack enters your mind, whispering an internal toast. "Thank you for this triumph that is already mine." Feel the words resonating not just across your lips, but through every cell, as though each particle of your body is vibrating with appreciation. This simple act of white-hot gratitude rewires your nervous system, aligning your heartbeat with the frequency of abundance. Instead of scanning the horizon for signs of scarcity, you pivot your focus inward, lighting a torch of thankfulness that illuminates the path your desire must follow. As you move through your day, carry this celebratory tone like a hidden melody. When you purchase a ticket, pause for an instant. Press it to your heart and murmur even quietly, "I am deeply grateful for the win I have already experienced." This brief ritual infuses the mundane with sacred significance, reminding your subconscious mind that your goal is not an abstract concept, but a lived reality. Every act of gratitude you offer, even for something as small as a warm breeze or a friendly smile, stokes the fires of your manifestation engine, drawing more reasons to be thankful into your experience. At times, gratitude may feel forced or superficial, especially when the outer world seems slow to catch up. In such moments, remember that genuine appreciation springs from feeling first, not from external evidence. Close your eyes, place a hand over your heart, and breathe deeply. Recall the sensation of hearing your numbers called, the rush of exhilaration, the tearful relief washing over you. Allow that memory to swell. Then let your next breath carry a sincere thank you into the quiet corners of your mind. This practice dissolves any resistance lurking beneath the surface, replacing it with a smooth current of positive expectation. You can also extend your gratitude to the invisible helpers who guide your journey. Offer thanks to the intuition that nudges you toward the right store at the right moment, to the sequence of coincidences that reveal your lucky numbers, and to the deep well of creativity within you that imagined this outcome first. By acknowledging these unseen collaborators, you strengthen your partnership with your own subconscious. You signal that you recognize and welcome its support, inviting it to pour forth even more ingenious twists and turns that bring you ever closer to the grand reveal of your win. In group settings, gratitude takes on an even richer texture. When you share your excitement with trusted friends, perhaps raising an actual glass to toast what feels like a foregone conclusion, you amplify the collective energy field. Their smiles, nods, and enthusiastic cheers serve as echoes that bounce back to you, magnifying the original vibration of your intention. This shared celebration creates a powerful feedback loop. Your internal gratitude sparks their positive response, which in turn reinforces your own conviction, creating a spiraling crescendo of belief that the physical world must soon match. If speaking aloud feels too bold at first, begin with silent gratitude. Imagine yourself in a grand hall of cosmic possibility, whispering thanks into the unseen ether. Visualize those words as sparks of golden light radiating outward, touching every atom around you. You might even write gratitude notes in a dedicated journal, capturing moments of deep appreciation throughout your day. Thank you for the guiding sign that led me here. Thank you for the thrilling certainty that I hold my triumph now. These written expressions crystallize your inner state into tangible proof for your conscious mind, cementing the truth that gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you intend to be. As you make gratitude a non-negotiable habit, you'll find that little doors begin to open spontaneously. A clerk at the convenience store might offer an offhand comment about a recent jackpot winner, or a friend might call to share a surprising tip about a special draw coming up. These moments, which once might have passed unnoticed, now stand out as affirmations of your vibrational alignment. Celebrate each one with fresh gratitude, no matter how small, and you notice new synchronicities emerging in rapid succession. Ultimately, gratitude is the masterpiece that crowns your manifestation practice. It transforms the act of wanting into an experience of already having. When you celebrate your win in advance, when you pour forth authentic appreciation for what you've yet to see, you create a magnetic field that draws the physical evidence into your life. So raise your invisible glass each day. Let your heart swell with thanks, and watch as the world bends in joyful response to the frequency of your gratitude. There will be moments when your outer circumstances seem to contradict the reality you are maintaining within. The lottery results page shows unfamiliar numbers. Friends question your persistence. You may even feel an undercurrent of frustration stirring in your heart, whispering that perhaps your hopeful practice was in vain. Yet it is precisely in these times of apparent silence that your power to persist becomes most crucial. Persistence is not dogged effort or blind repetition. It is the art of calmly returning your attention again and again to the vivid sensation of victory, regardless of what your five senses report. Imagine you are at sea in a small boat, navigating toward a distant shore you cannot yet see. Storm waves buffet the hull, and the wind carries salt stings to your eyes. If you allow your gaze to be pulled by each crashing wave, you lose sight of the horizon. True navigation requires steady focus on the endpoint, even when the immediate surroundings feel chaotic. Likewise, in your inner work, the shore is the state of fulfillment. The exultant moment when your name flashes on the screen and the world cheers your win. By keeping that image alive, you allow your subconscious to chart a course through any turbulence of doubt or delay. To cultivate unwavering persistence, develop a simple mental ritual for moments of discouragement. When you catch yourself reacting to contradicting evidence, perhaps a losing ticket or a skeptical remark, pause and take 3 deliberate breaths. With each inhalation, draw in the warmth and excitement of your imagined win. With each exhalation, release tension and any flicker of doubt. In those breaths, you realign your physiology, heart rate, muscles, posture with your inner conviction. You tell your body and mind that resistance has no power over the reality you are choosing to experience. Beyond this breath work, create an affirmation that speaks directly to your willingness to persist. It need not be grandiose. Something as simple as "I remain in joy until my win is revealed" is enough. Speak it softly whenever your attention drifts toward external setbacks. Over time, this phrase becomes a cue that interrupts doubt and redirects your energy back to the charged feeling of triumph. In this way, persistence is not a struggle, but a gentle redirection. You guide your focus like a gardener tending the roots of a delicate plant, ensuring it remains nourished by the soil of your belief. Another layer of support comes from the stories you tell yourself. Notice the narrative you weave when you hear no from the outer world. Do you say, "I must keep trying because I haven't won yet"? Or do you reinforce, "I am already living in the end state of victory"? By choosing the latter, you avoid fueling a drama of lack and instead build a narrative of inevitable success. Your inner dialogue shapes your emotional reality. Persistence thrives in a mind that frames setbacks as mere ripples on the surface of a deep, unshakable sea of confidence. It can also be helpful to recall past instances when you persisted through apparent obstacles and eventually triumphed. Perhaps you overcame a challenging project, learned a new skill, or nurtured a relationship that once seemed impossible. As you remember each of those victories, allow the memory to ignite your self-trust. Recognize that your history is evidence of your capacity to hold an inner state until outer circumstances catch up. Each recollection becomes a stepping stone, reminding you that your subconscious has guided you successfully before and will do so again. Persisting with grace also means honoring your emotional ebbs and flows. If you wake one morning feeling weary or discouraged, do not judge yourself harshly. Acknowledge the feeling, perhaps by silently saying, "I notice tiredness today," and then gently redirect your attention to a brief, powerful rehearsal of your win. Even a 30-second mental replay of the moment when the lottery numbers matched can restore your momentum. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you avoid resistance that might arise from self-criticism, keeping your energy aligned with your intention. As you sustain this practice day after day, you'll notice that the space between feeling and manifestation begins to contract. Small shifts in your environment, an intuitive urge to check the ticket at an unexpected time, a conversation that sparks fresh excitement, will emerge more frequently. Yet no matter how slowly or subtly the world begins to reflect your inner state, your commitment to persistence ensures you remain anchored in the sensation of triumph, free from the need to chase results or prove your worth. Ultimately, persistence in this work is not about clinging to a fantasy, but about deepening your understanding of how imagination shapes reality. Each time you choose to feel victorious, in spite of contrary evidence, you strengthen the neural and emotional pathways that support your desired outcome. You demonstrate to your subconscious that your inner world is non-negotiable, and in that steadfast posture, you become the living embodiment of the victory you seek, inviting the outer world to catch up to the vibrant truth you hold within. And so, dear friend, you stand now at the threshold of your own divine design. You've learned to recognize the spark of excitement that heralds your win, to read the silent language of recurring numbers, to greet each morning as though you already hold your prize, to rest unwaveringly in the reality of fulfillment, to rewrite every doubt into an affirmation of triumph. to weave your vision into the fertile limbo of sleep and dawn, to celebrate each step with profound gratitude, and to persist with the steady calm of one who knows the outcome is already secured. Carry these practices into every moment. Let your heart be the ever-beating drum that marches you toward your victory, and let your imagination be the compass that never falters. When the world seems slow to respond, return gently to the feeling of your fulfilled desire. Feel it as though it pulses within you now, and trust that unseen currents are moving in your favor. Your lottery win is not a distant fantasy, but a living reality waiting to be revealed. By nurturing your inner state with clarity, emotion, and unwavering faith, you become the conductor of your own abundance. Stand firm in the joy of your imagined triumph, and watch as the outer world bends effortlessly to reflect the truth you have dared to feel. The numbers will align, the ticket will be drawn, and in that shining moment, you will know that every step of this journey was the manifestation of a single, unshakable conviction that you are already the winner.